Welcome to Kansas Raceway here for the Kansas 80. As these drivers soon to be getting ready to get going. But quick technical difficulties. We'll get that fixed real quick. But we'll be right back. Let's get those technical difficulties fixed. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. Folks needed to fix that, but we're green here from Kansas, and we are lap 4 of 80 as Keegan Clark off track at the moment. James R. Hartley running third. Mark Allen Bivens in his cold trickle super float throwback type car. It's all three Cold Trickle's cars in one paint scheme. He is being pressured by Evan Boudreaux. As Boudreaux's gonna get in the wall. In the one. Gonna be some damage. James R. Hartley running in the third place position. Right now, Mark Allen Bivens in control by about half a second back to Evan and about a second back to James. Now we are lap number 6 of 80. Very early in this race still. We do have the stage cautions, so no matter what, still a lot of time. I will be being joined by Keegan Clark here soon after his wheel's not working. So, welcome, Keegan. Welcome. Yeah, let me real quick. I don't think I'm getting audio on the stream. Okay, so.
Up to the James.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm getting any audio output right now. Okay, Keegan, I think I have it fixed.
Alright.
Now I am joined by Keegan Clark, as I said earlier, but right now, out for the lead, Marcon Bivens and Evan Boudreaux. Running 1-2, Boudreaux in the 26. Bivens in the 76. Seems like Hartley starting to fall off the pace. Running about a second slower lap time right now, but this guy's right up on the wall, trying not to get into the wall, damage to that race car.
Mark's got a pretty good sizable lead here to Evan Boudreaux. Curious to see how they'll be able to save tires. 2 sets of tires for 80 laps here around Kansas. These drivers are going to have to really save their tires, and I'm excited to see how they are able to manage that. I know, when I was trying to race, that was one thing I was thinking of, is how am I going to be able to use 2 sets of tires for an 80-lap race around Kansas? It would be a test for these drivers, but I think they can handle it.
Yeah, what I would do is definitely try and go like 30, maybe 40 laps on this set of tires, and then finish out the race on 30-lap old tires. 30-lap old tires. Try and go 40 laps, pit, and then finish the race out. Maybe set tires and hope for a caution at the end. And use those set tires. As Boudreaux's starting to fall back a lot. Bivens running just more consistent lap times.
Yeah, Evan's starting to fall off pace a little bit here. Actually, all of them are, but I think Mark has fallen off less than the rest of them.
Comparing Mark's and Evan's lap times, Evan was right there about lap 11, and then last lap falling off big time. Lap 14 was even more off, but
watching James R. Hartley, he's running the bottom lane. I think he was really struggling on that top because he was tapping the wall to stay in contention for the win.
Yeah, if you can be out front and save your tires here, you will be fast, and that's really being shown right now. About a half a second back, like, Keegan, what's your take on this? Evan being about half a second slower compared to Mark. How do you think that's gonna hurt Evan in the long run? Could he try and get some
I think Evan just hit the wall coming off turn 4.
Big damage to that right side. Not much visible, but you can definitely see it dented in. There's Hartley coming out of 4 right now. Also, pretty big damage.
Oh yeah, his full right side's dented. Drivers are starting to really struggle here as tires wear. You know, with 2 sets of tires, this is and it's only stage 1. So we are getting close to the end of stage 1. It is 25 laps. So I'm assuming
James passing him. Alright, so lap 22 of 25 in the stage is underway. There's about a little more than half a second per lap advantage. You know, a 5-second lead over Boudreaux. Bivens, the really giant lead. That's going to help him a lot. You know, 22 laps down in this 80-lap race. This race has gone by quick.
great performance. Mark Allen Bivens in that 76 car already. Putting on a great show. Managing his tires very well. Putting good lap times, even on worn tires. And most importantly, keeping his car clean, keeping it off the wall. It's something Evan and James R. Harley not doing very good of. So, as you can see, it's very, very effective here in Kansas.
Yeah, like, definitely one of the biggest things that he could do is try to keep the car off the wall as we are coming to the end of the stage. Coming to lap 25 right now. White flag is out for Mark Allen Bivens in the stage. Boudreaux starting to have quicker lap times. Actually gonna have a way slower lap time. But starting to pick up his speed. Out of the final corner. And stage 1 is in the books.
Man, what a start to the season for 76 Mark Allen Bivens. He's won quite a few stages here already. We got a long way to go this season. Expect a lot out of him, and good for him.
I'm not okay. Help. Help.
Alright. I can't pull anybody. See, drivers getting into their pit stalls here. 76. Quick, out of his stall already. Did he take? Maybe some strategic. Some strategy. There's Evan and James coming out of their stalls now. So maybe I think Mark might have just took no tires, maybe just gas, Like we said, throughout this race, 2 sets of tires for 80 laps around Kansas Speedway. It's going to take a lot of patience, skill, and strategy to get through this. So maybe that was Mark's strategy, is save a set of tire here. And that still leaves him with 2 sets. And so I'm curious to see how this works. Mark and tire strategies have worked in the past before. That's how he won the season 1 champion. Actually, he didn't take a set of tire. Everybody else did, including myself. And in the end, he was out front. So who knows? I'm interested to see how it'll work with Hartley and Woodrow having those fresh tires. How much will it affect Bivens? Curious to see how this stage 2 will end. I wish I could pull in somebody for an interview right now, but I'm not physically able to. So I think we'll do that afterwards, maybe. I don't know. Stick around, guys. Got a long race to go, and excited to see how this happens. Really wondering, Mason will be back here soon. And we are back to green. Oh, no. Yeah, yes. I think. Ten four. Confusion. NASCAR is like one. Yeah. Harley has been struggling lately here to begin the season too. I.R.S.S. He's looking to have a great race. Right now, it's looking that way with those fresh set of tires. But in the long run, I don't know how much it'll help him. So, just curious to see how much that'll affect James and how much that will help Mark. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, Evan spinning across the front stretch. Fortunately, Mason's not here to switch the camera for you guys. Off of turn 4. He slammed into the wall and spun it across the front stretch. That was really interesting there. It's like, I don't know. Interesting spin there. We're under caution here from Kansas. You there? We're under caution. Evan spun it off of 4. Evan. He spun it off of 4. So under caution. Yeah, I got you.
Back under caution after Evan Boudreau spins it off of turn number 4. We're going to go to the instant replay here. Sideways out of 4. So we get a better look. Run the high side and just going to get into the wall and goes around.
That happened a lot here. You know, this is a high side racetrack. So you're gonna be running right next to that wall, and you got a little too close, as you can see.
We are under caution number 2 here from Kansas. And James R. Hartley going to be on the bottom for this restart. Mark Allen Bivens will be your race leader. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Hartley gonna go. Hartley gonna get an amazing jump on the restart. Green flags back out. James R. Hartley leading. Here comes the 76 of Mark Allen Bivens. Let's ride on board with Mark Allen Bivens.
Harley using that bottom lane. That top lane is a little bit more preferred. You get to conserve his sets here.
Looking at the battle for second. Here comes Evan Boudreau. Boudreau gonna get by Bivens easily.
Mark might have gotten in the wall off of 4. He didn't. It was very close though. Hartley out front. He's looking for a stage 1. That would certainly really boost his confidence here. He struggled here in I.R.S.S. So, but Evan is really running him down here.
Hartley with a slower lap time than Boudreau, but Hartley actually now on the top side. I think what I said was correct. He was trying to get away from Bivens and Boudreau to then go up to the high side. And
Yeah,
I believe lap number 50 will be our stage caution.
Yes, it will.
Right,
Coming up to 10 to go.
50. 10 to go in the stage.
I know Evan's got a fast race car. Is he gonna be able to catch Harley is the question.
I mean, if you look at their lap times on the ticker, seems like...
Oh, Harley's loose. He had a back of the gas. That's gonna make Evan get even closer. Harley down to the bottom. Evan up top. Can Evan get that run off the top here?
The gap
He's gonna be able
has
to.
shrunken.
There he comes. Harley, he's on the bottom lane. I just don't think it's gonna work. If he prefers it, here comes Evan with a huge run down the back.
Down the back straightaway, the battle for the race lead.
Contact! Oh,
Harley into
Harley
the wall! It's gonna save it, but
we're still green.
Boudreaux with a really bad dive, and that's gonna cost Hartley possibly stage one. Big damage to that race car. Let's ride on board and look at the replay. Right on board with Boudreaux. Yeah, it's contact. Boudreaux does not get in the wall though.
We said the same thing.
Hartley, possibly, these incidents, penalties if needed, we will fill you in the next race. But right now, here comes Mark Allen Bivens.
Bivens, he's still on those old tires since the beginning of the race. He's catching Harley because Harley's got that damage and it's really, really affecting him.
Hartley and Bivens, the battle for second, had closed up to half a second. Boudreaux now on 47. Doing very well tonight.
Yes. It's a fast Ford Mustang he's got there.
Mark just not able to keep up as, Hartley's just faster than Bivens, it seems.
And this right here is a prime example of how much tires really, really matter here. Oh, Hartley's in the wall.
Getting to the wall there. And here comes Bivens. Gonna have a really good shot now.
Here to go. He's gotta give it in.
Oh, but
he got on the wall.
Bivens was stuck to the wall entering the corner. Couldn't get off of it. Took him a while to get out of the wall. Out of the fence. Well, I will be honest. I put up a little bounty for the first person to hit the fence this season. $20. So the first person that hits the fence. So
Here they go.
Who knows?
Here comes Mark.
Maybe Bivens will end up getting turned into the fence. Maybe pulling an Anthony Alfredo. Oh wait.
One hurts as an Alfredo fan.
Sorry. Oh, didn't mean that. Yeah.
Ryan Priest, yeah.
White flag is out for Evan Boudreaux. The battle for second. Hartley and Bivens. Now down to half a second.
There you go.
White flag for them now.
Huge
by side entering one. But Hartley on the bottom just gonna be able to have the faster line. But Bivens with a big run.
Oh, Hartley way down the track. I don't know, maybe got this right there. Final corners. Evan wins stage 2. Out of turn 4.
Caution's out.
Hartley's gonna get second. Bivens third. Good for stage 2 at Kansas Speedway. Final stage coming up.
This guy still seems to be racing it to catch up to Evan.
Evan's still trying to catch the pace car.
That'll do it for stage number 2, and we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. Pit stops underway here from Kansas Speedway for the first race, and it seems like possibly 2 tires or no tires for Evan Boudreau. Gonna have to see, but see.
Yep.
Boudreau. Yeah, the 4.15 second pit stop for Boudreau. Let's bring in your stage number 2 winner. Let's bring in Evan Boudreau. Evan,
I'm gonna do
up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
All right, that was a pretty good, stage win. What happened there with you and Hartley going in turn 3? Walk us through what happened in your mind.
He came down on me. I was just going in the corner. I made my move, and he came down on me.
So what happened entering pit road just now? It seemed like you had taken a 4-second pit stop. Now you're back into the pits. What happened?
I want to watch the race from behind, you know?
Alright. So, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Like to give a shout out to James and Mark because they're the only other ones racing with me right now.
Alright. We're going to send you back, and let's talk to your second place driver in stage number 2, James R. Hartley, James Mason, and Keegan up here in the booth. Can I copy?
Sir.
Alright, so that's a pretty good stage finish for you. Walk us through what happened going into 3 and 4 with Evan.
He just came up on me. I mean, I was running the high side, and he came up on me. And from my perspective, that's what I saw. I mean, I'll have to check the replay. I mean, maybe what he said is right, but when I saw he came up on me, I got into his quarter panel after he came up.
Anyone you'd like to, shout out?
No. Just trying to focus on the race. Just trying to get some good luck in this final stage.
Alright, good luck. We'll see you at the end of the race. We're going to get ready to go back. Green flag racing pace car. Gonna make the hard left-hander. Green flag. Hartley in control.
You heard. Evan and Harley, 2 completely different sides of the story on that incident. Evan says he came down. Harley says he came up. See,
Hartley
that'll
gonna
be
get moved all the way back to 3rd now, side by side with Evan. And Hartley going to be right up on that wall, Kyle Larson style. A really good move there around the outside. It was the closest I've seen anyone tonight get that close. I've never seen anyone get that close to the wall tonight. First time that I've seen someone basically almost get in the wall and side by side for the race lead. Here comes Hartley, 25 laps to go.
He's gonna complete the pass here. He'll slide up. He's your leader.
Hartley leading with 24 laps to go.
I know James dearly really wants to win in general. This would be a great thing for he has to back up the gas. He got a little loose there. Don't allow Mark to get a run here.
So
Curious,
far,
is Mark saving or is he just off the pace a lot?
so far, Hartley and Bivens have made 2 stops each, with Boudreaux making 5 stops early in this race. Well, actually, kind of late in this race, 23 to go. But Hartley with a 1 second lead now with 22 laps to go.
I think Mark is saving here. I'm on board with him, and he's out of the throttle a lot more than he usually is. So I think he might be saving maybe fuel or tires, either one.
I would have to go with fuel. James, from what you've seen, or sorry, not James, Keegan, from what you've seen tonight, how long can these drivers go on fuel?
It depends. I mean, if you run it hard, you might not make it, but I think these drivers, if they take it easy, just a couple laps, they should be able to get to the end of the stage. But this is 5 more laps than we did in stage 1 and 2, so curious how big of a difference that will make here. So we
Now,
come to the end.
If we look back at last season's race at Chicagoland with Mark and Evan, Evan runs out of fuel on the backstretch. Mark runs out of fuel going through 4 after passing Evan to win the race. Now, mistake me if I'm wrong, but could we have another one of those races tonight?
Yeah.
I think Hartley's getting out of the throttle
Actually,
about the
I think you're
same
talking-
as Mark.
I think you're talking about the Chicago race. That's
Yeah, Chicago.
yeah. Chicago was when that hit, but
I
they're
said
kind of
Chicago.
similar.
Boudreaux, possibly even saving more, or tires already gone. If you look, Boudreaux went back down pit road. Could he have topped off on fuel? And maybe waiting to use his tires if they start running out of fuel. Seems like Bivens actually starting to catch Hartley.
I think Harley's running his stuff.
Looking at the last lap times, this is going to be a very, very good lap. Really consistent these drivers have been. But looking at their lap times, Hartley not gonna be faster. Hartley has given up a lot of time, as you see on your on the bottom of the screen. Red means faster for Hartley. Green means faster for Bivens.
I think Harley might have used all his stuff. He might have gotten a little greedy with his lead. And he has to save those tires. They are so crucial with your lap times and speed. He might have just wore his stuff out.
Mark Allen Bivens starting to push now. A 31.66 lap time. Fastest since the start of this race. Hartley with one of the slower laps right now with a 31.37 as his best. As now inside 1 second is Bivens with 15 laps to go. Could James actually be saving his stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I think.
Oh,
We got a caution.
Evan Boudreau off track.
Oh,
That's Evan
once
Boudreau
again.
around.
Again. He hit it. Oh, yes, he did. He hit the wall for 4 again.
Let's go back and take a replay and see what happened. Oh my goodness. Round he goes and looking. Oh. Gonna have to ride on board with him. See what happened, because it looked like possibly a tire going down, because the car just looked like a straight line through the corner.
Yikes. He's our stage 2 winner, struggling with 3 and 4.
Gets into the wall. Oh! Gets the wheel straight out of the corner and into the wall. Possibly puts himself into the wall. Who knows though? Seems like possibly tires too worn out. But we're gonna bring in James R. Hartley one more time. James and Mason. It's Mason and Keegan up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What's the strategy not pitting here?
Well, Mason, I'll tell you right now. We got 14 laps to go. I have 19 laps of fuel left. I think we can make it. I think we can make it to the end.
How are you on tires?
Tires feel pretty good. I feel like it's just Mark is saving a little longer than we do. I'm just trying to save laps under fuel. I'm gonna pit probably this time by, take some fuel, and be in the back and just try and drive past him. But I don't know if I want to or not. But we're gonna see what we can do here.
Yeah, right now, Mark in his pit stall, and I'm gonna take you back. Seems like 4 tires and fuel. Mark Allen Bivens, 4 tires and fuel. Possibly using his final set of tires.
James R. Hartley, he used both of his sets at the end of stage 1 and 2, but Evan and Mark did not use one at the end of stage 1, and Evan did not use one at the end of stage 2. So
From
that's
what I'm hearing,
difference here.
I believe James is going to come down from what he said, possibly taking tires.
I think James is out because we had 2 sets and he was on pit road for a while after both of in stage 1 and 2.
Well, after the end of the stage 2, he did have lots of damage though.
That's true.
Let's see, does he come down this time by? No, he does not. Pit road must be closed. Everyone takes tires.
I think he's it. I don't think he has tires.
I think he may be out of tires.
He might be just screwed. I mean, he can try, but I'd hate for it to end like this for him. He's had a great race so far, and man, this would suck if his race was lost by
Bivens
tires.
gonna be on the bottom, restarting with 11 laps to go.
Let's get ready, man. Evan and Mark have new sets of tires. So, I'm
But
interested.
could this cause a crash in between Bivens and Boudreau, and maybe even Hartley?
Only one fast repair, reminder of that. So, if these drivers don't have their fast repair because they used it earlier, this could really do it for them. So, they've got to be aggressive for the win, but they've got to be careful at the same time if they do not have that fast repair.
These drivers got to be extremely careful here.
Here we go.
This could end it for them. Possibly the final restart of the night, restarting with 11 laps to go. Hartley gonna get an absolutely amazing jump. Gonna get out to a half a second lead.
He caught both Boudreau and Bivens off guard right there. An amazing job by Hartley right there. He knows he does not have those fresh tires. He knew exactly what he had to do. And that was a perfect restart by Hartley.
But here comes The two sharks in the field now. Gonna go to the good tire blimp and see the gap start to shrink.
Oh,
The gap
huge
is gone.
run.
Down the front straightaway. Side by side to the line. 10 to go. Bivens gonna be able to clear.
Bivens.
To the bottom goes Hartley.
Oh, Hartley tries to sit it in. He's got the
Hartley.
layoff.
Gonna have to
Does
let
it
off.
work? What's Evan gonna do? Hartley lets him by.
I don't think he really let him by. He's gonna go up the
Oh, he's gonna
track.
slide it.
And he's in the wall.
Oh,
Sideways.
no. Piece of shit. That might do it. Can
9 to
Evan
go.
Boudreaux catch Mark Allen Bivens?
The gap is starting to rise.
I think Mark got his car started to get away from him a little bit right there in that corner. Get a little keep it straight.
Looking at the lap times, they were identical last lap.
Oh, Evan's catching him. Mark is still loose. So is Evan. Man, they are
Bivens
fighting.
was 0.001 quicker last lap.
These drivers
Boudreaux
running
has
really
caught
hard.
him now.
Cold tires just now starting to warm up. You see they're getting sideways through the corners.
Boudreaux a lot faster. Running his fastest lap of the race, 31.14.
Reminder for those that don't know, you get, I think, an extra 5 or 3 point bonus if you get the fastest lap of the race.
Bivens, though, with the fastest lap of the 31.01, but
Wow. Oh, better corner. Mark's still out front. Evan just searching the track for extra speed.
31.29 for Bivens.
He's got a fast race car right there. Way down the track, maybe trying to break up some draft. Maybe, I don't know.
I believe that's what he's trying to do, as we are coming to 5 laps to go. Keep in mind, we have 3 overtime attempts. Hartley significantly off pace.
Hate to see that for James. I think Evan's starting to gain a little bit here.
As the gap is now down to 0.3.
Evan, I think, is better in 1 and 2, but Bivens is really good in 3 and 4. So that's the difference.
Boudreaux starting to catch through 3 and 4 in the draft. 4 to go.
And he is so close.
Down to a quarter of a second behind.
Boudreaux driving the crap out of his car right now, trying to get to him.
Looking at the lap times, Boudreaux' past 2 laps have been quicker than Bivens.
What does Evan Boudreaux do if he gets close enough to that 76?
3 to
Bivens.
go.
Evan's pulled away a little bit coming out of turn 4. He's just so good in 3 and 4.
I believe Boudreaux has used up all his stuff.
I think both of them have. You see, it's starting to wear. I just
Hartley's
think.
starting to catch. Never mind.
I just think. Oh, Mark is really close to that wall. That's gonna allow Evan to catch up. Just a little bit. You want
2
to
to
wall
go.
right, but you don't want to get too close to that wall. He's got that drive. This
Riding
is the best
on board
corner
with
for Boudreaux.
He's gonna work that wheel.
Oh, he's getting loose. Entering lower in the corner than Mark.
White flag. White flag this time by out of 4 for the final second to last time. White flag. Final lap here from Kansas.
Entering maybe too low. Bivens has the better corner. What is Evan going to do heading into 3 and 4? Sends it in a little bit deeper. Oh, Evan has a run. Is it enough? It's going to be close.
To the line! He tried turning him! But it's not going to work! Bivens going to get the win! Not by much, though.
Wow. Man. What a finish.
Giant damage. Let's take a replay of what happened. Out of turn number 4, Boudreaux with a really big run. Tried to get to the inside, turned up and missed the back bumper of Bivens. Just not able to get it done. Boudreaux in his first race back, going to get second place. James R. Hartley getting third.
He tried turning him. Could not get there.
Mark gonna burn it down now. Kansas. We're gonna talk to James R. Hartley. James, it's Mason and Keaton up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, James. What happened there at the end? Started losing some pace, and what happened there from your point of view?
It's just every other I.R.S.S week for me. I can never get the luck I need in any of these races. I mean, today I feel like today I think I had a really fast number 33 Chevrolet, and we were up there when we needed to be, but in the end we just couldn't be up there when we needed to be at the end. And I think early on the plan was just win the race, just go out there and win the race. And so whenever I had a chance to take tires under caution, I went in and took tires to try and put as much time between me and Mark and Evan as I could, and it just didn't pay out in the end. And it wasn't very wasn't the best decision now that I'm looking back on it, but I feel like it's one of those days where we just we had a really fast car, and we just couldn't come through at the end of it.
Yeah, not what you really, I'll be honest, wanted tonight. Still really good points for you, but anything you'd like to say, anyone you'd like to give thanks to?
I mean, can't really think of anyone that I would want to thank right now. I mean, I gotta thank you guys though for recognizing how close I got to the wall there early on. But that was scary. But anyone else other than that, just people for putting this race on. But other than that, we're just gonna move on and hopefully win our home race next week in Michigan.
All right. It was a good finish tonight. Still not what you wanted, but thanks for racing tonight, and we'll talk with you tomorrow. Let's bring in your race winner, Mark Allen Bivens. Mark, Mason, and Keegan up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Gotcha.
So how was that race from your point of view?
Oh man, that was nerve-wracking there at the end. I really thought Evan was gonna get me.
Just blew the engine.
Overall, great race, but definitely some hard battles.
So yeah, what happened there at the end? What was going on in your mind when you saw Boudreaux, out of 4 with a giant run? What happened what was going on in your mind?
just really how hard can I block this, and is he gonna go full throttle into my rear end, or is he gonna back off? And I guess he went with the first option, but I'm not mad. That was a great one.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, family, friends, and everybody that's taught me how to drive.
Alright, Mark, that was a really good race for you. Coming home with the win. And thank you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, going over your results for tonight's race. Mark Allen Bivens gonna win the race, but not by much. Evan Boudreau gonna get second. James R. Hartley third in the Red Bull Racing Chevy. And Keegan Clark had to, join us in the booth tonight. Still gonna get fourth place.
And thank you for having me up here, Mason. It's very fun to commentate with you, and hopefully I can figure out my wheel, and I'll race tomorrow with them out there at I think Michigan.
Yeah, we'll be at Michigan tomorrow, and then next Monday it will be the final race of the regular season at Martinsville. Then round of 8, Kentucky, Coda, and Richmond. That'll do it for tonight's race, and we'll talk to everyone and see you guys tomorrow night for another one. Good night.